That I'm going to answer is what is your skincare routine? So I usually start off with this wash. It's called Simply Clean Gel. It's really gentle on your skin. So I'm going to start off with that. So wash your face. And now that you whip your face, I just use like one pump of this. Just massage it onto my skin. Just cover all the areas. My skin is like combination skin leading towards oily. So you really want to get those spots that you know gets really oily throughout the day. So I just try to get like all up in those spots. Okay, and then I wash that off. Once the cleanser is washed off, I just dry my hands with a towel, but I do not use the towel on my face. So now that my hands are dry, I'm gonna start patting my face and just like, yeah, dry it like that. Okay, so my face is pretty damp right now. While my skin is still damp, I use this Elixir moisturizer. It's with Niactil, it's called in Norwegian, but it's like niacinamide, if I'm saying that correctly, 4%. It's for sensitive skin, so if you have sensitive skin, it's the best moisturizer I've ever had. So I really, really recommend this one. So what I do, I just squeeze out like a pea-sized drop, like this. That's a big pea, but yeah. Now that I have this, I just distribute it on my face. This moisturizer is for combination skin leaning towards oily. So it like controls the oil throughout the day. When I finish with the moisturizer, I just go in with my sunscreen, also from Ceuticals. It says Advanced Brightening UV Defense Sunscreen. It reduces visible discoloration. This one is super nice too. It's really light, and I just squeeze about a pea size. This is how it looks. And I put it on 4 points, like my cheeks, on my forehead, and a little bit on my chin. And that is my skincare routine.
We got asked about our outfits, so why don't we show you guys what we're gonna wear for today. Alright guys, we're currently in Milan right now. It's our first time here. Beautiful, beautiful city. Honestly, our first impressions way above our expectations. So right now, we're gonna
eat some breakfast, but we're still looking. We don't know. I haven't like researched here yet, so I guess today's breakfast will be pretty random.
Yeah. Let's just go look for something.
I almost fell.
Okay, transition. Alright, just found an Italian restaurant. Here's the menu. We're just gonna take a look at it. But first, let's answer some questions.
If you had to eat only one cuisine for the rest of your life, what would it be? And miss you guys.
Hey.
We miss you too. That's from our brother.
Shout out Kai.
Yes.
One cuisine.
Yeah. I'm between two choices. I would eat Korean cuisine or Japanese, because the Korean one has a lot of vegetables and a lot of greens, while the Japanese does not actually have a lot of greens in their food. So I don't know, but I'm between those. I think I have to choose Korean. Yeah.
I'm between Korean as well and also Vietnamese, because I already eaten Vietnamese like for most of my life. So I think I would survive with Vietnamese food, especially this is my mom's food. But yeah, I think I'll choose Vietnamese food because that's what I'm most familiar with. Let's order and then answer some more after that.
I love bread.
Alright, we just ordered our food. We got some bread, some Parmesan. Let's answer the next question. Which city in Europe have you enjoyed the most so far and why? Like this, not this trip, because we only visited two trips, but like
Europe. Yeah,
Europe.
I would say definitely Paris for me, because our friends, we have a lot of friends from there, and they basically make the place. So since we have so much fun with them, we can like even just sit at a cafe for like hours and hours, and I would still choose Paris, even though the streets are dirty.
Yeah. Thank you.
Our drinks came.
Grazie mille.
I chose a lemon soda.
And I chose the classic.
Not us ordering soda for breakfast.
Yeah. Actually, this is like lunch.
Yeah.
Always lunch. For me, I would say, you know what? I would say Paris as well. So for us, it's always about the vibe. It's always about connecting with people. It's always about, I mean, every time we're on travels and we meet people from that country, our friends or new people that we connect with, it automatically becomes a better trip, a better day, because we feel like we got something that we wouldn't have gotten if we had not met them, you know? Paris, all the way. But Milan is surprisingly good. Alright, next question. What's your favorite music? So Yasmin didn't have an answer for this one, but I have. Right now, it's Travis Scott, X Future, X SZA, Telekinesis, especially SZA's part. I mean, it's like on repeats. But a really good mention is Jungle, you know, back on 74. That one is also on repeat. And Moen, Norwegian artist Moen, the one that me and Dylan just collabed on, La Di Go, Let Them Go. It's a really, really, really good song that just, yeah, Moen, you're a crazy talented bro. Okay, next question.
A question I got was, when you were a kid, what was your dream job? I don't think anyone would expect this one. I used to want to be a police officer, and I'm really glad that I did not have that dream for a long time. But I wanted to be a police officer. I just thought it was cool, like the uniforms, and it just sounded cool when I was younger, and then I found out what that really meant, and I was like, not for me. Thank the Lord. Ooh, this looks amazing. I love this gnocchi. He said gnocchi pomodoro. It's like with tomato and basil. I think the gnocchi is made out of potato. It's so good. have to take a picture. Right.
With my backpack.
I love it. It's so good.
It's really good. We just got our food. I ordered the lasagna. Okay. Next question. You don't even see that I have on this on. It's fully camouflaged. What is your favorite thing to do together? We do a lot of things together. So it's hard to choose only one thing.
Maybe like if it's an everyday thing, it would be to eat. But for me, like a special thing, I love when we do escape rooms together.
Yeah.
That is so fun.
Escape rooms are really fun. I mean, traveling, does that count? Traveling together? Because we always travel together. She's my favorite like travel partner. She's really good. She's a really good travel partner. Like she does a lot of research before she comes to places. So I don't need to do research. I'm just following along, you know. And she loves food. I love food. She loves escape room. I love escape room. She loves to watch movies at night. Same as I. We don't need to go out. So yeah, the perfect travel partner. That is my favorite activity.
We're gonna finish this up and then we will leave to the next location. See you there.
We're currently at Barluce. It's an Italian cafe designed by Wes Anderson. If you don't know who Wes Anderson is, he's a film director, American film director, who has inspired both me and Yasmin a lot. He's really good in like color combinations and symmetry in his filmography and aesthetics.
I did a almond ice cream and this is
Chocolate. Classical. Next question is, I love LOL, but what's one thing about the other that drives you nuts? You start.
I have one. Smacking when eating.
I'll do my best. For me, it's hair everywhere. Whenever we are sharing a Airbnb or whatever, she leaves her hair like everywhere. It's everywhere.
But clean it though.
Yeah, you clean it sometimes, but sometimes I get like and I know it's not my hair.
Next question up is, what are the camera effects you guys use? I think that's a question for David.
Camera effects? I think maybe you mean camera gear. And for our camera gear, we use the most camera. It is the Sony a7S III with Sigma lenses. This one here is 14 to 24 millimeters, f-stop 2.8, and then we also use the 2470, same f-stop 2.8. For the microphone, it's from RØDE. I'm gonna put the name here because I don't remember the name. And then we use the GorillaPod. A little heavy when you hold it with one arm, but I mean it does the job, right? So it works good. I edit all of our videos on Premiere Pro, color grade them on DaVinci, and yeah, for effects I use a little bit of the grain, you know, put on the film grain, and sometimes a little like halation to make the film look pop, because we're really fan of film look. Not to the extent that we want to make it look like extremely like film, but yeah, I like the film look, so I try to replicate it a tiny bit, just like add the little spice to it. Other than that, not much of camera effects at all. I think we try to compose our shots well before we shoot it, so it looks good. Good lighting, really important, and also good framing. I don't know if this is the best frame right now, but we're at cafe, so we're pretty limited. We just need both of us in frame, but when we try to shoot like cool shots, it's really important for us that the framing and the composition is good. So yeah, that's what's going through our creative process whenever we try to shoot things. Next question. Summer or winter fashion? You can
Fall.
answer. Huh? No. You have to say summer or winter.
Fall. Okay, summer.
Summer? Why?
The thing is, I like layering up. That's why I said fall. During the winter, we live in Norway, so it's extremely cold. So my number one priority is always just to stay warm. But during the summer, you can like plan your fits more. But I would actually say fall is the best for fashion. Fall and late spring.
Why?
Because you can layer up.
Next question.
What's your next destination? Love from France. Our streets are dirty for real.
Indeed.
Yes, I would actually like to go to Amsterdam actually, but I think the next destination.
Yeah, we were thinking about like when we chose Paris and Milan, we were thinking about Amsterdam instead of Milan. Like,
Yeah.
but then we chose Milan. So we really want to go to Amsterdam because we heard the shopping there is also pretty wild. Architecture there is insane, I've heard. I think it's also like a biking city, right?
Yeah.
And we love to bike. Here in Milan, biking is a little bit harder because of the streets.
Oh my.
It's like rocks on top of rocks. So it's like somebody was watching. Like want to is Amsterdam, but I think where we really are going this time for real, maybe I hope so, is
Singapore and
Bali. Yes.
Singapore and
Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
to escape the winter in
bagus
Norway.
in Singapore.
What is the capital in Singapore? I don't know.
Right. You have to know.
Is it Singapore?
Let's guess.
Yes. Singapore City.
Wait. You can guess.
Do you have the answer?
Okay.
What's correct?
What?
Singapore?
What?
Singapore City.
What's the capital of Singapore?
Singapore. Is it? Is it? What?
Is that why we didn't have like anything in mind?
Oh, so I was see. Sometimes you just have to think like that. If you haven't heard it, it's probably just the name of the country. But yeah, we're finally going there. Hopefully, we haven't ordered the ticket yet, but we have discussed with our friends, and we're aiming for it. But we have to achieve our goals for this fall in order for us to go. Just to feel like we earn it, you know. All right, we just left the cafe, and right outside the cafe is the Prada Museum. We actually bought tickets. I don't know if we are allowed to film inside, but
Hopefully.
and if we can, we'll take you with us. If not, just look outside. Like, this whole area is pretty nice. It's like this open area. We just got green pass to film inside by the security guy behind me. Let's take you in the Prada Museum. Alright, another question that we got. How is it like to work with your partner? Does YouTube feel like work? Or is it fun? I think it's a combination. I mean, obviously it's work, but along the way we try to have as much fun as possible to make it authentic.
Yeah.
And not just force it. If we don't feel it that way that day, we're not gonna film, you know?
Yeah. Very important to feel like it's authentic. And even like in between takes, we have to do what we actually like to do. So if we're at a cafe, we order like the food we want to eat, not just like the previous foods. And yeah, we just try to make it fun, authentic. Because if it's not fun, then why are we doing it even?
Yeah.
So, it's a mix of both worlds.
Yes. Obviously, it requires a lot of discipline because
Yes.
we need to, set up the shots, come in, do the intro, do the outro, remember the transitions, remember to have like a storyline almost like through
Yeah.
the video, because every video is like a narrative. A combination of both makes the quality better, I think.
Yes.
On to
Next floor.
let's go.
So the next question is, how's Gino doing? Is he still single? Just wondering. Please tell him I'm a big fan.
Hey.
He's single, guys.
He's single.
Slide in his DMs.
Slide in. Here's his @ Slide in. Most humble and down to earth guy that we know.
So let's go to the next floor. So we're in the next room. We got these 3D glasses because the pictures on the walls move when we're wearing them. So that was really cool. Anyway, so to the next question. We were asked, where do you guys see yourself in the next 10 years? For me, I think I see myself happy, working with what I love, whatever that is in 10 years. The most important thing is just to be happy and to work, hopefully in the creative field. What about you?
Yeah, in 10 years, I hope that I still work with Vimo. I hope that my family is healthy, still crafting my creative field, my creativeness. And while doing so, I'm happy with where I am. Ooh. And I still got her by my side. I still got Vimo by my side. I still got my family, and they're all healthy.
Okay.
So, yeah. On to the next room.
My arm. So we're one floor up, which means next question. How do you guys come up with ideas for your TikTok content? Does it just come off your head, or is it planned prior? And the answer is it depends on what kind of content it is. But like for the transitions, it's planned out. We just test out ideas. Like there was one where I wanted like a full view, like almost like a roller coaster, and that's how we made this thing, because I wanted you to like come on a ride with us. So that was planned prior.
Yeah, and for the dances, they often happen like spontaneously. The sprinter one I made on the street while Yasmin was doing a fit TikTok over there while I was making the choreography over here. And then yeah, it sort of just happened, Yeah, so it's a combination of like spontaneous activity and then planned out activity.
Yes.
But it's important to plan things out as well, That's what we
Yes.
realized. Nothing can just come out of us, off of nothing,
Yeah.
Or just like spontaneous.
Yeah.
Okay, see you in the next floor. So 6th floor is actually the restaurant. And we're planning to grab something to drink because we're so thirsty.
Okay, so this table can move.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Yes.
Thank you. So we took a quick break at the restaurant, but now we are back on the 8th floor, I think. Yeah. So the next question is, do you align more with Norwegian culture or ethnic heritages? Love Minor. First of all, thank you so much. I would say that it's a good combination of both because although I'm ethnically from Sudan, I am born and raised in Norway. So I feel like the Norwegian culture that we have made by ourselves kinda is the one that I align the most with, which is like the influences of the Arab culture, of the Vietnamese culture from David, the Pakistani from Umar from the group, and the Indian from Kunal in the group. I feel like we have made like our own like Norwegian, yeah, we've made our own like Norwegian culture, which I align the most with. I hope that answers your question.
Crazy. Alright, for the last question by my sister, shout out. Which event was the most memorable? I would say, I think I'm talking for the both of us when I say it is the day that I proposed in Fuji Kawaguchiko in Japan. It was like something I prepared for years. It was overall just a beautiful day. We got so lucky with the weather, and the scenery was amazing with the Mount Fuji behind us. Now it's mushrooms behind us. Crazy. I would definitely say that that was the most memorable event. You agree?
Yes.
Yeah. This was the last installation, I think, the last floor.
Yeah.
So let's do the outro outside. Alright, so that was it for our second Q&A. Thank you so much for all of the questions. We truly appreciate you guys sending us all of the questions, and we hope that you guys got to know us a little bit more throughout this video.
Yes, and I hope you guys enjoyed us going through all of the floors and exploring the Prada Museum together, as well as Bar Luce. Thanks so much. I hope to see you guys next time.
Bye.